Hello, welcome to another video. So this is pretty much going to be like the follow-up video to the last one, which in the last one we pretty much went like in depth what might be a good way to get rid of like a big huge collection of valuable cards you might have without like too much risk, and you might actually get pretty much like what you would get if you were to sell them individually on eBay, which would be going to an online trading card store. So I think like Face-to-Face Games, the biggest one in Canada here. But there is also another one called 401 Games, and they're good to check out too, because they pretty much offer the same prices as Face-to-Face Games almost. Sometimes they even offer higher prices for the things. And another good benefit is they have actually a better selection than Face-to-Face Games too. Because if we have like this Espeon, if you wanted to go like sell your Pokemon cards, if you want to go sell them to Face-to-Face Games, they're not really going to give you too much. But if you go to 401 Games, they actually do give you decent prices, as well as they have better Pokemon. I think like Face-to-Face Games, they're mostly just Magic the Gathering, and that's it. So their Magic the Gathering stuff's priced high, and they pay high for it. But for Pokemon, it's always priced low, and they pay low for it too. So what we're gonna do is go to let's just look at this Espeon that we had here in the other video. So let's say you were going to Face Games. You have this Espeon here, worth like $60. Cause we're looking everywhere. We know it's like eBay, price charting, Face-to-Face Games, 401 Games. All of them say it's like $60. So if you come here, you can go to Face-to-Face Games. If they have it in stock, they might sell it to you for $62. And if you go to sell the product here, where's the mouse? If you go to sell it down here, Face-to-Face Games will give you $30 for it, right? I'll give you like 15 if it's played. So if we just change this to Dear Bit, they'll actually give you $30 for this card here. Then if you like add it to your cart, so if you have some Pokemon cards, you want to sell them, you want to figure out where you want to sell them, don't sell them to Face-to-Face Games. Because if you go down here, then we go down to our Espeon up here. As you can see, they were going to give us $30 for it. But if we switch it to trade credit, so it's just up at the top here, you just switch it from like cash up to credit. Actually be a good way to get an extra 30% more value for your cards here. Why is it doing that? So essentially, you have your Espeon here. Instead of getting oh my god, let's just fix this. It's supposed to be on credit. Then we go down here. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We don't know what's happening with it. So essentially, you have the Espeon here. If you switch it to credit, they're going to give you an extra $9, which is actually quite a lot. That's actually an extra $10 almost, like to spend on other cards here. But if you go to Face-to-Face Games, actually, or no, if you go to 401 Games, and if you go to the same card here, Espeon, they'll price it at like $5 higher, because they seem to specialize in Pokemon more, so their prices are usually a bit more accurate. As well, when you go to sell to them, they're going to give you 36. So just right there is an extra $6 just by go to a different website and then selling it to these guys instead. If you're selling 100 cards, if you could make an extra $6 on 100 cards, that's an extra $600. Like before you even trade it to credit here. So as you can see, these guys will give you 36 compared to the 30 on Face-to-Face Games. If we switch it to credit, instead of getting $39, we're getting like $47 in trade credit. So it's actually pretty close to the price that you would get if you would actually want to go and sell this card on eBay, like after calculating everything. Like eBay, PayPal fees, everything, you might be paid 15%, which would be $9. So after you sell this on eBay, then you store it, then someone orders it, you have to search your collection, find it, printing label, envelope, mail it out, ship it out, hope they don't scam you. You might net $50, $51. Let's say like 50, because you might like lose an extra bucks on packaging or something. So by the time you go to eBay, then you sell this. If they didn't scam you and everything, you made $50. But you could actually just go to 401 Games here, and they'll give you pretty much like $47 trade credit, which is just like $3 less. That's it. And you can also do this with like a whole bunch of cards. You don't have to like post singles or anything. Like if you have like a big huge box of like cards that are worth a whole bunch, there is expensive cards in here. You have like a whole big box. You got like 1,000 cards you want to get rid of. Maybe you can bring in a 401 game, because with the trade credits, pretty much it's almost going to be as much money as you would get if you were to sell it on eBay after fees and everything. Especially after considering like all the envelopes you're gonna have to make up for every single card. If like you're posting singles on eBay, you're gonna have to wait for someone to buy every single card. Eventually you have to make like every single envelope. Whereas just for like a $3 price difference and like everything's gone at once, I think it's a really good option to send it here. And we did have a third option here, which we were thinking about. We might actually do this third option, but these other two options are good here, and I'll show you why. Because if you go to these websites here, if you go to face-to-face games, then you traded all your stuff here, and then if we could go to the top, maybe we'll pause the video. Look, so on face-to-face games, so what I plan to do is we have all these magic cards and everything. If we get like 65% value for them, then trade it in here. Usually, these guys have like the cheapest prices on Pokemon booster boxes. So if we trade all of our magic cards, we get a really good price on a sealed Pokemon booster box. I think $150 for a sealed booster box is a really good price. Like essentially we can take like all these cards here. They're gonna give us like $160 for just these. That's it. So we can take that $160 trade credit, buy this booster box. Instead of having these cards here, we just have a factory sealed Pokemon booster box. That was the whole plan behind everything. Trade all these loose cards and everything, trade them to them, and then we can get discounted booster boxes, which would bring the value up from 65% up to higher than 65%, because you're saving money when you get this, because it's cheaper than other places too. So you're actually getting like more value. So it's kind of like an even trade essentially. After we do that, after we take like all these magic cards here, trade them in, after we get our booster box, after the value is exchanged, because the booster box price pretty much like jumps up as soon as you get it. I think it's even traded. I don't think we even lose any value. I think we even gain value doing this. So it's amazing. All right. Then something that we figured out as well is that since face-to-face games, they just do Magic, they don't actually have that much Pokemon stuff. So it's like once they're sold out of Pokemon, that's it. They'll never get it again. However, the 401 Games is really good because they're selling for the same price. Right? You get this Temporal Forces booster box for $150, so it's the exact same discounted price. As well, if you like go back here, you could also get like all these other booster boxes. Like if you traded all your singles to 401 Games, you could trade these in for these booster boxes. Do you even get like Ancient Orange? Ancient Orange is so expensive; it's $1,700 right now. But you get Astral Radiance like $230. Even like down here, I think Chilling Rain was a good one. Breakpoint's like $1,000. Brilliant Stars is like 280. I wonder if we should trade these magic cards to 401 games, then pick up like a Brilliant Stars booster box or something. Because they do have like a Chill and Rain booster box for 300. And I imagine the prices on these boxes would just keep going up, while these would maybe just keep going down. That's another theory too, right? The longer you hold on to these magic signals, I think a lot of them have gone up. But as they keep reprinting them and new cards come out, I think eventually the value is going to start going down again. I don't know why the value started going up on all these cards recently. Oh, it's because they recently reprinted a set where they reused the energy feature. That's right. So besides that, I think that's going to be our plan. Get rid of all these loose cards here. Trade them into 401 games or face-to-face games, whoever gives us a better deal. And then eventually maybe get a whole bunch of booster boxes in exchange for all these loose cards here that we don't want to deal with. Because it'd be so much easier too, right? Instead of having like thousands of cards to deal with, you have to sell singles and everything or store them, figure out what to do. We can instead get like 10 booster boxes or something. Whereas when we want to sell them and everything, all we have to do is just sell 10 boxes instead of the 1,000 cards. How much is the Evolving Skies? They do have it. You can buy an Evolving Skies booster box here for $1,000 too. Like these guys are basics. They always have Pokemon and they actually pay you good prices for them. Okay, so it looks like the video is only 12 minutes, so we did everything so quick. So, I guess we should just add this last thing before we go. So, a third option, if you don't want to go online, go to a game store, trade in all your stuff because you think it's a ripoff or something, even though all the time and effort and everything you saved on having to sell all these and piece them out and left over with the ones that nobody wants, I think it's definitely worth it. You could maybe sell them locally or make a lot. Cause something we're gonna do, it's like if you don't want trade credit, it's like you don't want trade credit, you just want to get money for your cards. You just want money, that's it. You don't need trade credit for anything. A good option would maybe to be sell them locally. As long as you don't get robbed or something, just don't like post your entire collection or something. Just post like a little bit at a time. But what you're gonna do is pretty much go to like face-to-face games. Everyone uses the prices on face-to-face games to base everything. What you can do is for face-to-face games, and I guess if you wanted to use a Pokemon, since we figured it out, a really good place to actually price your Pokemon cards is 401 Games, because I guess they're like the biggest Pokemon card store here, and you can actually base your prices on them. It's actually really good. I didn't even know about that. But essentially, we were just talking about, yeah, okay. So what you can do is you can go to face-to-face games, see how much this card is. Say that we have a Aether Flux reservoir here. Then we could add it to our cart. So we go add Aether Flux reservoir to our cart over here. And then we view or edit our cart. Then what we do is just go through this list, add all these to our cart, and then by the end of it, our cart would be full of all these cards here. And then you can print out this list. And then with that, what you could do is like make like $100 lots. So like what you do, price it on your collection. If you got like $3,000 worth of cards here, maybe you could split it up into 30 different lots and maybe ask for like 60% cash. That was gonna be our deal. So it's like have all these cards here. What we do is go to face-to-face games. We get little tea bags here, and it's gonna have like $100 worth of cards in it. And then we're going to sell it for $60. So it'd be a good way to get rid of like all your cards here. You don't have to post every single card here, post them all individually, deal with shipping every single one of them out. You don't have to deal with envelopes, shipping labels, driving to the post office 1,000 times. All you have to do is get like $100 worth of cards here, put it in the tea bag, post it for 60, like post pictures of all the cards that are in there and everything, and then maybe the buy list as well, or the price of it, so that they know that it's worth $100. And I imagine that would sell pretty good if you just post lots. You're like, bags of Magic the Gathering. We got $100 worth of cards here. We're asking $60. We got 10 bags here. It's like our whole collection. Once those sell, then just post another 10 bags. Maybe just try to do like 1,000 at a time or something. Maybe even less. Maybe just start with 5. Just be like, got our collection. We got like $500 worth of cards here. We got 5 pack ups. We can split it up, and that would give them the option to pick up like one bag for $60. Or if they want to get like 2 of them, they can spend 120. Or if they want to pick up the whole thing, they can pick up the whole thing. So it just doesn't force the people to that they have to spend like they have to spend like the $3,000 to buy it, because I don't like limit your customers. But if you divide it up, they just have $60 lots, which has a guaranteed $100 value. You should be able to sell it over time locally and get like actual cash for all that. I think it would be a hard seller too. So I guess we'll end the video then.